To all of you who don't care about my whole NaNoWriMo thing, you can probably skip this video because that's all I'm talking about today. Hi cuties, so this is my second year participating in National Novel Writing Month, aka NaNoWriMo. For those of you who don't understand what NaNoWriMo is, here are the basics. The goal is to write 50,000 words of a fictional novel starting from November 1st to November 30th. You cannot have anything written for this novel aside from maybe a plot outline or some character bio. Nothing else, nothing can be pre-written of the novel itself. To reach the goal of 50,000 by the end of the month, you need to write 1,667 words per day. NaNoWriMo is run by the non-profit organization, the Office of Letters and Light. And they do a bunch of cool charity stuff, and you can donate while you're doing NaNoWriMo to help fund their charity. To participate, you need to go onto their website, nanowrimo.org, and sign up and enter your information for your novel and your profile and everything. Each day of NaNoWriMo, you need to update your word count on your statistics page. It'll say edit word count, and then you go in and you just change your word count for the day, and it'll show you how many words you've written today, what your average is, how many words you need to continue, the date you might finish on if you're ahead of the game, if you're not doing the minimum, if you're doing way more than that. It'll be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna finish on the 20th. Oh, you're gonna finish right now, because oh my god, what did you do? Are you a robot? Honestly, I like updating my word count like every hour just because I like graphs and statistics. You can also add friends on NaNoWriMo, aka your writing buddies, and you can encourage them by sending nano-mail. So if one of your friends is kind of lacking in their word count, you can send them a message like, oh my gosh, you're doing really good, keep it up, I believe in you! Or you can pick your nano rival, aka the person who is always ahead of you in your word count. No matter what you do, you just can't catch up. Until that glorious moment when you get ahead of them and message them about it. And they will message you back asking to clarify what exactly is wrong with you. I didn't even know we were racing. Also, who is this? Many a new friendship blossomed from NaNoWriMo. On the final day of NaNoWriMo, you must validate your word count by actually submitting your novel to the website. Don't worry, no one can actually read it, so it's not going to get stolen or anything. Do not validate your novel until the very last day, because if you validate it ahead of time, you kind of ruin your whole thing and you can't update your word count anymore. And that's it! You win! So this year I am competing and I'm doing a lot better than I did last year. It's day 11 right now and I'm already past the halfway mark. Last year I was barely making the word count, but then again last year I had a full-time job. And that's probably why I've taken NaNoWriMo so seriously this year, because I'm actually considering publishing what I'm writing this year. Last year was kind of just, I'll just write something and it's gonna be bad, but hey, it's writing practice. This year I'm pretty serious and I want to publish. I finally want to publish something. I know many of you are expecting me to write and publish a book about my experiences in Japan, and yes, I have started it, but I'm not at all passionate about it because I have 3 years worth of video on YouTube documenting that whole experience. And right now I'm trying to get my life on track with not being in Japan, so writing about it just feels like I'm dwelling on the subject. In fact, that I'm in America now and I'm not in Japan and I don't know when I'm going back. So someday I'm sure I will write a book about it, but right now it's just not that time. Right now is what I want to write, and that is fantasy. I have been writing fantasy stories since I was a kid. I just love the genre. I love creating new worlds and creating new languages, and it's just so much fun to do. This USB drive right here actually has over 100 books that I have been writing since I was a kid. Granted, only about 3 of them are actually completed stories. I have that problem where I start writing something and I get really excited about it, but then suddenly I have a new idea and I start writing that story and I forget about the other one. Someday I might go through each one of these and actually determine if they're worth keeping or not, but for now, now, sometimes NaNoWriMo gets a lot of hate because it's way more focused on word count than content. But it's not about writing 50,000 words of a novel that you're just going to immediately publish. Consider your NaNoWriMo novel your first draft. Actually, in NaNoWriMo, December is considered the editing month, so don't edit anything in November. Just write and get the words out, and then you can clean it up and make it shiny and pretty. For some people, that's really hard to do. I am friends with a lot of people who edit as they go, and that can really kill you on time. So NaNoWriMo is really good for helping a person have a deadline and force them to get there, even if it's kind of really bad. It's okay, you just want to get to that finish line and then you can think about everything that actually happened in the race afterwards. A lot of people will also tell you that 50,000 words isn't even a novel. Publishers won't accept that. Now, 50,000 words is not your cutoff for your novel. You definitely can write more. But really famous books have been published unless I present to you famous novels that would not have met the NaNoWriMo standard. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Fahrenheit 451, and The Great Gatsby. So to all the people that think a 50,000 word novel isn't worth it, suck on that! NaNoWriMo is not something to be scoffed at, and I will probably punch you in the face if you think writing 50,000 words in a month is easy. Because sure, you could chain yourself to a desk and never get up and just have your fingers going at a constant speed. Sure, 50,000 words is actually pretty easy. But that's not how novels get written. I made a pie chart to help you understand how a novel actually gets written. The writing process is actually 40% writing, 10% spinning around in your chair, 5% pacing around the room, 10% making writing fuel and eating it without actually fueling you, 5% slamming your head on your desk trying to make words come out, and 30% questioning your abilities as a writer and comparing yourself to famous authors. So no, 50,000 words is not an easy task, and for those of you who are participating in NaNoWriMo and might be falling behind, you can do it. We're in week 2 right now, and it is one of the toughest weeks in NaNoWriMo. Just force yourself to sit down and chuck out those words. You can catch up. Most people don't catch up until the last week of NaNoWriMo when the fire rage ignites and all the words just spill it on the page like beautiful vomit. It's okay. Clean it up next month. Also, if you're struggling pretty bad and you want to talk to someone about it, you can always talk to me. I'm really good if you need to create a language or character names. Linguist. And for those of you who didn't sign up for NaNoWriMo this year, you can totally still sign up. Nothing will stop you. You'll just have a bit larger of a word count to get through. Or if you don't want to stress yourself out with that, you can also join in July, because they do it again in July. As for me, I need to get back to writing my novel and also apparently playing ball, because we want to play ball now. Go get it! Leave your comments below or contact me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, or NipponQmail@gmail.com. Also, thank you for whoever sent this to me in my P.O. box. You signed it as fan, so I don't actually know who sent it to me unless your name is Fan. So, hi Fan. Thank you so much. It really made my day. If you would like to send something to my P.O. box, the address is in the description, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! Hi, Lucy. You want to play ball? Rah! She gave me a ball. Go get the ball! Are you okay? Leave your comments below or contact me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, or NipponQ.